What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is DFree. Here today, we are going to go ahead and take a look at these three units. They should be going live tonight as part of the Black Friday thing that they've been talking about all week. So stay tuned for that. Now, there is going to be a step-up banner, which I believe you need about 4,000 crystals to go all the way through. If you are going to be summoning on this, let me know in the comments down below what you are mainly going for. But in this video, we're just going to take a look at these units, break them down, give you guys my thoughts and opinions about them and the cards that they have. First impressions as well. We typically do that, so if you are new, make sure you do hit subscribe and stick around for more content. Other than that, join the Discord down below for this game, all the other games I play on my channels. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look at SS3 Goku. Krillin, I see you, my boy. All right, to start. A melee-type character. Unfortunately, can't take a look at the max stats, by the way. There are a couple of things I can't do. Can't look at the max stats because he's level 1 out of 300, right? Also can't until the banner goes live. I believe on the live banner you can see the max stats. Anyways, another thing I can't do is see his Z ability if it changes at 5-star. So that's been a thing lately, adding a secondary buff. Holds double strike cards, has a Super Saiyan 3 tag instead of the regular Super Saiyan tag as you would expect. But that's important to note because characters like Super Vegeta, who are still very, very powerful, he's losing a little bit of viability as we move into getting other forms of Super Saiyan. So Super Vegeta's Z ability kind of loses value. But other than that, moving on, also love how there's a space there in between Super Saiyan and 3. Unlike SS2 Gohan's card, there's literally no space there. If you have the card, go check it out. It's been driving me crazy for forever. So Goku has the Super Kamehameha, deals major impact damage, also inflicts attribute downgrade plus 20% to strike damage received to the enemy for 15 timer counts on hit. Very vanilla, I would say. I don't want to say vanilla, but it's not like crazy, but it's a very good ability for his kit, I'm assuming. So plus 20% to strike damage received. In general, by the way, also works to... The reason why that's good versus applying a buff to Goku that allows him to do more strike damage is that you can switch into other characters and take advantage of that until they switch out of that character, of course. So that's good. Anyways, the green card, plus 25% to strike damage inflicted, which is what I was just talking about. Like, that's great. If it applies only to Goku, it's not good if you want to switch out or whatever the case is. Also, -5 to own strike arts cost for 15 timer counts. That's busted. That's busted. That's busted. Does this stack? Hold on, did the green cards stack? If you can literally use multiple green cards, that's busted. Now, the thing about this is there are not a lot of characters. There's not... The only way to get multiple green cards, because you only carry one at most in most teams, the only way is if you have another character that holds a green card here, and there's only like a couple. So if you pair him with that, you can really cheese his ability, get him down to 10 strike cost, and then also... plus 50% strike damage inflicted. That sounds disgusting if it does stack that way. Anyways, Neo Super Dragon Fist. No, he does not actually do the Dragon Fist. Deals massive impact damage, 25% chance to inflict Feint. Feint is disgustingly good. It sucks when it hits, but if it doesn't, it's like whatever. So let's get this going. Draws the Ultimate Arts card, Neo Super Dragon Fist next. Surprised he doesn't have another ability in here. Like, I think Gogeta picks up like Ki, and I think there's a couple of other cards that have come out recently that do something weird like that too. But that's fine. I don't really mind. It's just I'm surprised a little bit. Z ability. So this is a boost to, I don't know how much it'll be when you limit break him a little bit more, but at base it's 19% to base blast defense, which is, I don't want to say the worst stat to worry about, but it's probably the least relevant stat. But that being said, I mean, nothing's bad in particular. A boost is a boost, and it does apply to regular Saiyans, so that's good too. Just buffing General Saiyans is always going to be a good thing in this game because it'll always apply to units like Super Saiyan Blues, whatever the case is. Even the Fusions as well, they have that tag. So, well, Vegito should presumably have that tag, right? So that's good. Now, at 5-star, maybe he picks up Blast Attack too, and then we're really talking. But nonetheless, it seems like they did with him what they did with Broly. When Broly came out, they had a very powerful character that they were cautious of giving a very good Z ability. So, in turn, Broly's Z ability is utterly trash until they buff it or whatever the case is. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll probably honestly pick up strike defense and blast defense, which is good. It means you don't have to run a defensive support. Anyways, not used to the change yet. His passives now. These passives, by the way, unique abilities are always active for this character. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts every time the character enters the battlefield. So upon switching or whatever the case is, you know, that's great. Or if you use like Broly's green card and force him out, because we talked about Broly. You know, things like that, plus 20% to damage inflicted in general, blast and strike and everything. So the following effect also occurs depending on the number of timer counts elapsed since the start of the battle. Oh, okay, this is interesting. 15 counts elapsed, plus 20% to damage inflicted. He should get all of these in a 40 counts elapsed. He should get literally all of these. 30 counts plus 30% to own key recovery. Wow, that's busted. 40 counts plus 30% to strike damage inflicted. Wow, in a long battle, he will punish you, which it seems like he's. I mean, I get the idea. It's kind of weird, but like if he's switching in and out in a long battle, he's literally getting 20% for the 10 timer counts, and then also all these other buffs. Like this guy's gonna be a monster. He's gonna be a monster. And then anti-regen 40%. He's gonna decimate the regen team. He is going to be a monster. Can't see the art, but he's really good. So Goku Black. Goku Black. A range type character, by the way, so that's interesting to note. Does he hold double blast? He does hold double blast. He has a future tag, which I don't believe has been utilized in the game. I'd have to go back and take a look at some characters like Future Trunks. But anyways, future tag. That's the thing. Double blast cards. Okay. So normal abilities here. Sometimes they put little stuff in there. Very rarely, I guess. Black Kamehameha deals major impact damage, inflicts the attribute downgrade, plus 20% to blast damage received. So the blast variation of Goku's attack. Okay. Or his ability. So the green card. Wow, a lot here. Plus 30% to own Vanishing Gauge recovery for 15 timer counts. Wow, for 15 timer counts? That's really good. Now, my favorite green card in the game is Android 18, just because she heals like 40% of that, and then also Key. She's got one of the best green cards in the game, period. And the Android 18 is disgustingly broken. A lot of people are skipping her, and that's fair. But I think this so far, that's a really good ability. So the following effects also occur depending on the number of timer counts elapsed since the start of the battle. So he's just like the Goku, actually. A lot of things are similar already. 15 counts elapsed, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. 25 counts, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and plus 25% to key recovery for 15 timer counts. Wow. So he gets his a little bit faster, it seems, but they're a little bit more restricted. I don't think Goku's have those timer count restrictions. I'm gonna go back and check, but I don't. And also, Goku's was in a unique ability, not the cards. That's probably why. Yeah, Goku doesn't have it. Goku's are literally, they're better because they're always active. Goku Black has to use the green card for it. So, and also Goku Blacks are limited to time, so they just don't even compare to Goku's variation. But we'll see what else he has before I judge him. So anyways, his main ability. The following effects occur based on the amount of health left. Oh, okay. Health is 50% and up, plus 50% to damage inflicted. Oh my goodness. 50? Okay. For 20 timer counts, that's quite a while, especially when stacked with the green card. Okay, anyways, health is below 50%. Restores own health by 20%, and plus 35% to damage inflicted. So he lasts a little bit longer and can still do some very respectable damage. 15 timer counts must elapse. Very good main ability. Z ability, future tag, base blast attack. Okay, so they're implementing the future tag. That's important to note because in the future, characters like Vegeta Blue, and then also maybe even variations of Goku and Vegeta that went to the future, if they want to do something similar to like what Dokkan did, where they had the Goku and Vegeta that went to the future. They were in the Future Saga category, and then of course Future Gohan, whenever that's a thing, etc., etc. There are a lot of characters they've skipped over that they need to go back and revisit. Cell honestly should have this tag. I don't know if he does, but like, yeah, like this is not a bad tag. It has solid potential, I would say. And also, I don't know if he picks up a second ability like Strike Attack. He probably picks up Strike Attack at 5-star. I'm going to assume they're doing that with every unit now, to be honest. Utopia's Beginning, plus 30% damage inflicted to the following tags: Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan. So he's anti-Saiyan and anti-Hybrid, pretty much. Glory, plus 35% to blast damage inflicted for 20 timer counts every time this character defeats an enemy. So he has to defeat them himself to get the increase, which is weird. It's not like the greatest thing, but nonetheless, he has anti-Saiyans and hybrids, which is two of the most important things in the game. Another key thing to note is he actually has the Saiyan tag, so in a mirror match, Goku Black versus Goku Black, it's kind of like they're both anti each other, pretty much. It doesn't say anti, but I mean, that's what he has, so don't at me about it. But Goku Black has a really weird kit. It's not as linear as Goku's, but I think he's really good. And I feel like Majin Vegeta has the potential to be the best one, just because of the way his mechanic worked. I kind of feel, I don't know how I like this art. I don't know if I like this art. I don't know. I also thought Goku Black looked a little bubbly to me. I don't know. But I like SS3 Goku's. His is dope. I don't know. This just is my art style, I guess. Anyways, melee type character. And double red. Oh, what is that? Destroy card. Strike card with single arts card destroying effect. Oh, here we go with this nonsense. Oh, hey, there it is. A Super Saiyan 2 tag. Like I said, there's no space there. I don't know what their problem is. Oh, but here we go. It's some busted stuff. Destroys. And then the thing about this is he's going to be on the Saiyan team, so you literally just put him on the team, and the entire Saiyan team will draw this card every so often, just like the poison card that King Piccolo has and stuff like that. That card might be the best thing about this character. Just destroying your opponent's card. What if you destroy their Dragon Ball? What's going on then? What's going on? Of course, they'll get the Dragon Ball back, but when? Immediately? I don't know. Final Impact. Deals major pierce damage, 50% chance to inflict heavy bleed on hit, plus 30% to own self-destruct damage. So in my video yesterday, I talked about how he was using multiple skills, and of course that was correct because I took it. I paid a lot of attention to it, and I was right. So at me about it. Anyways, but yeah, increasing self-destruct damage. Oh, the final explosion. Interesting. It's not even. Wow. Look, what is this range? Wow. It's not even a purple card either. I thought it was gonna be a purple card. I was wrong about that. Okay. And it's a 20 cost card. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me get to that later. Superior. Excuse me. Plus 15% of strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Reduce activation time of Ultimate Arts card. Final explosion up to 3 times. So one thing I pointed out in my video is that there was a delay. Like, Final Explosion seemed like it had a weird amount of time necessary to utilize it. And that's something we'll have to use the unit to figure out. But there was definitely a delay because he was getting hit by Majin Buu in that little preview video. I'll leave the video I'm talking about down below for you guys to check out. In that preview video, he was getting hit by Strike Arts cards, and then Majin Buu turned into tap attacks. So it's like he was doing a lot before he actually even released this attack. So there was something there. So that's interesting. Like, you're going to need more green card usage. So I'm starting to realize that characters that hold green cards are insanely valuable. I've always thought that, but, like, they're just more valuable now. Deals major self-destruct damage. This self-destruct damage does not depend on your own health, but deals a fixed amount of damage. That's amazing. Applies strike and blast arts armor and nullifies abnormal conditions when activated. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what the nullifies means, but I don't know what the armor is. Oh, I see. You know, never mind. It means that, just what I was saying with Majin Buu, he can't be hit during the process. When he triggers it, you're not going to hurt him with those 2 arts. But I assume you can probably hurt him with your Kamehamehas or whatever, right? A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby. This cannot cause them to be defeated. Oh, okay. So that's good. So he'll at least leave them with 1 HP. It's good for the other player because it would really suck if you switch a lot and maybe they're down on low HP, then they get hit with a fixed damage attack and they just get eliminated because that's, you know, switching is one of the main forms of defense in this game. That really blows, man. So very interesting ability. We're going to have to play with him. All right, draws the Ultimate Arts card, Final Explosion. It also takes 30 timer counts. Interesting. So he's very late in the game. 30 isn't like super late, but it's pretty late, you know, comparatively. Interesting. Base blast attack increase. Not the best for him because he's a melee. He might pick up strike as well. Maybe blast defense. All right, Cold and Cruel Saiyan. Plus 50% of damage inflicted for 15 timer counts every time this character enters the battlefield. What? Okay. Inflicts attribute downgrade. Plus 30% of damage received to all other allies for 20 timer counts every time this character enters the battle. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So he comes in and does insane damage, but your 2 units on the bench take 30% more damage. Am I understanding this properly? Because it says allies, not opponents. So your other 2 units take more damage if you were to switch out into them when he entered the field. That's interesting. So he needs to stay out there for at least 20 seconds or whatever. Interesting. So there's a high risk, high reward with that. I like that a lot, actually. Plus 50% to own key recovery for 15 timer counts when faced with the character Goku. Interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like Majin Vegeta's kit a lot. Have to play with him, so I'm going to refrain from giving him too much judgment. Off the top, though, I think Goku's kit is probably the best one for what the game is. Goku Black's seems like a weaker version of Goku's, but I'm not going to discount Goku Black simply because of this. This is insanely good. Like, this is going to always be relevant and always be good. So I'm not going to discount him. But Majin Vegeta seems like he has the most potential just for what he can do, man. So that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you were new, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.